This is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the Overman, Exodus Pro founder, EC3. I'm here with Big T, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T. Cool. Thank you. Well, you're welcome.
What's up, guys? It's Wardlow here, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring with Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. I hope that you guys are ready for a great show because I know I am. And you know why? Yeah, because it's going to be about TNA Genesis. TNA Genesis, guys. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I got the opportunity and the time to do so today, so I can definitely fill you guys in with what happened at Genesis. Was what now? About 3 weeks ago. I mean, this is something that I have been just so ready to cover, and just was waiting for the right time to do it, where I had the time to be able to, and that's what we're here for right now. So I hope that you guys are ready, and because TNA Genesis was an absolutely incredible show. It was hands down, flat out, just an incredible show. I mean, you could not ask for a better show from TNA. And the big reason as to why that is guys, you guys know what we had. Come on, I'm so happy and so thrilled. Tessa Blanchard's return match, guys. Her in-ring return to TNA Wrestling. I am just so thrilled. I can't even put it into words how thrilled I am. And Tessa Blanchard is back in the ring, and I've been seeing a lot of comments from people, hearing a lot of comments from people, you know, looking around on social media, and the general consensus is all the same. Now you guys might be asking, well, what is that general consensus? I'll tell you. That is that people are saying Tessa Blanchard versus Jordynne Grace is without a doubt a match of the year candidate. And that's for all of professional wrestling, and I'm like, I could not agree more. The match with Tessa Blanchard and Jordynne Grace, absolutely incredible. One of the most incredible women's matches that you will ever see. I loved it. And just to see Tessa be able to walk down that aisle and make her return the way that she did, Guys, I couldn't be more proud. All of you here should know. You know, the new viewers will get caught up on it, but and they'll come to know it. But for those of you that have been around this channel for years and have been around this channel since the beginning, you guys know already that I have always from day one since I first got on the air 11 years ago, you know, from day one, I've been a huge supporter of Tessa Blanchard. Huge supporter of Tessa Blanchard. And, you know, just to see her make her in-ring return and to see her wrestle Jordynne Grace, to step in there with Jordynne Grace, I mean, guys, it was awesome. Because when I first met Tessa 10 years ago, and I've told this story many times, but when I first met Tessa 10 years ago, I mean, she's one of the nicest people that you could ever meet. She's so down to earth, so humble, just a wonderful person, you know, great to her fans, and loves this business, really loves this business. And I'll tell you guys right now, nobody deserves this more than Tessa Blanchard does. So yeah, to sit there, to watch this, to see her make her in-ring return, to see her make her comeback last month at Final Resolution was unbelievable. And, you know, now to see her making her in-ring return, I love it, guys. I love it. You know, it's emotional for me because I've always been a huge supporter of Tessa. So, let's see. TNA Genesis. First off here, I'll give you guys the quick results. On the this show was live on pay-per-view from the Curtis Caldwell Center in Dallas, Texas. And the action began on the Countdown show, streaming live and free on TNA digital platforms worldwide and Sportsnet 360 in Canada. Now, you know, this is also when the TNA and WWE partnership kicked off. Because we had Ariana Grace arriving on the Countdown show. She reveals that many of her friends will be here tonight, kicking off a partnership between TNA and the WWE. We got Ashanti the Adonis showing him he's issuing an open challenge to any TNA star. So that was answered by Jake something. In the end, we got Jake something getting the win over Ashanti the Adonis after hitting him with something in the void for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win. We got next up on the Countdown show, that was match 1 on the Countdown show. On match 2 on the Countdown show, we had a match between Frankie Kazarian and Leon Slater. In the end, Frankie Kazarian ends up, Leon Slater goes for a Swanton 450 attempt, but Kazarian got the knees up. And then Kazarian rolled up Slater with a hold of his tights for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win to win the match. So your winner's Frankie Kazarian over Leon Slater. Now we got Genesis hitting the air live. So at this point, Genesis hits the air. We're on the main show right now, guys. And we got we started off with pop and R&B artist Cameron Wright singing the national anthem. So now we're going to get into main card here. We're going to get into the main card. And of course, Tessa's match I'm saving for last. because that was my main event of the evening. You know, that was what, you know, we all came here to see, was Tessa Blanchard. And guys, don't worry, I'm going to give that match an incredible review like it deserves. Plus, you know how all of you guys felt with it being a match of the year candidate. You guys know that I'm going to give it a full review of what it deserves. So, let's see. Starting off here, we had the X Division Championship match. X Division Champion Moose with the System, Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, and Johnny Dango Curtis in his corner, and Alicia Edwards. And Moose defended his title against Ace Austin. This match for the X Division Championship. And, you know, in the end here, as we're getting near the end of the match, Moose speared Austin out of midair for a very close near fall. Moose counters the Art of Finesse and hits one final spear to Austin for the 1-2-3 and the pin of the win. Your winner and still the TNA X Division Champion, Moose. After the match, the System surrounds Austin when Steve Macklin and Eric Young even the odds. They brawl around the ringside area, and that's all we got there. And next up here, we have a match with Steve Macklin and Eric Young against the System of Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, with Alicia Edwards in their corner. And, you know, in the end of this match, Young prevents the System overload as Macklin spikes Myers with KIA or Kia for the 1-2-3 and the pin, the win. Your winners, are Steve Macklin and Eric Young, defeating the System of Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. So far, X Division title match was good. This tag team match was good. We're having a great start to Genesis. Knockouts World Tag Team Championship match. Spitfire, Jody Threat, and Danny Luna going up against Ash and Heather by Elegance with their personal concierge, defending their Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. In the end, Threat hits Heather with a sit-down driver, but Ash breaks up the pin with a Meteora. Threat tosses Heather out of the ring with Pop Shove It. Spitfire put Ash away with the pressure drop to get the 1-2-3 and the pin of the win. So your winners and still the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions are Spitfire, getting the win over Ash and Heather by Elegance. Now, the Call Your Shot trophy holder Frankie Kazarian places a target on tonight's TNA World Title match between Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry, letting everybody know, like, hey, I'm coming for you, whoever is going to win this match. So we had that, and next up in line was Tessa Blanchard's match, but I'm saving that for the end because, like I said, that's the main event, the true main event of the show. So as we move on here going forward, we had Mike Santana going one-on-one with Josh Alexander in an I Quit match. In the end here, let's see. Santana zip ties Alexander's hands together. Santana hits another spin the block. Santana cannonballs a table as Alexander crumbles beneath, as Santana whips Alexander with a slapjack. Then Santana threatens to drive Alexander's face into the steel steps, forcing Alexander to say, "I quit." So Josh Alexander quits. So Mike Santana gets the win over Josh Alexander in the I Quit match. After the match, Alexander shakes Santana's hand and calls him the standard of TNA. Alexander says that he quit tonight and he quit TNA too. So Josh Alexander looks like he's out of TNA, guys. He'll be showing up in WWE before long. Before the scheduled TNA World Tag Team title match between the Hardys and the Rascals, the reigning NXT Tag Team Champions Fraxium crossed the line to watch from ringside. So now we got a TNA World Tag Team Championship match. The Hardys, Matt and Jeff, defending against the Rascals of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. In the end here, Jeff intercepts top rope offense from Miguel and hits the twist of fate. Matt hits a second twist of fate on Miguel as Jeff capitalizes with the Swanton Bomb for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. So your winners and still the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, getting the win over the Rascals of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. The Hardys with a successful defense of the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Your Hardys or the Hardy Boys are still the TNA World Tag Team Champions. Now, next up here, the next pay-per-view for TNA Wrestling is Rebellion live April 27th, 2025 from the Galen Center in Los Angeles, California. So that will be a huge pay-per-view from TNA on April 27th. I can't wait for that. Now, also, they had a big commercial, this Thursday, TNA Impact is live for the first time in 8 years. Don't miss a moment of action beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Access TV in the U.S., Sportsnet 360 in Canada, and TNA Plus around the world. Director of Authority Santina Morella will address the controversial comments made by Josh Alexander earlier tonight. Plus, history will be made when Fraxium defend the NXT Tag Team Championships against the Rascals. So, now, guys, let's see, well, what do we have next? What we have next here is a match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, and for the Knockouts World Championship, we have your TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich defending her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Rosemary. In the end of this match, Rosemary pushed Slamovich off a ladder through a table below, but Rosemary goes for the pin, but Slamovich somehow kicks out. Slamovich hits Requiem into a collection of chairs to get the 1-2-3 and the pin in the win to retain the TNA Knockouts World Championship. So your winner and still the TNA Knockouts World Champion is Masha Slamovich getting the win over Rosemary in the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. After the match, Masha Slamovich is confronted by NXT's Cora Jade, and let's see. After that, so Masha Slamovich still in the Knockouts World Champion. Cora Jade shows up. Ryan Nemeth interrupts Director of Authority Santina Morella, Gia Miller, and the Busted Open radio panel as they make their predictions for the TNA World Championship main event. As Santina Morella bans Ryan Nemeth from ringside tonight. And this was the main event of the evening for TNA Genesis, but not my true main event. We have a TNA World Heavyweight Championship matchup here. We got the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Nemeth defending his TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Joe Hendry. In the end here, Frankie Kazarian did what he said he was going to do. He makes his way to the ring with the Call Your Shot trophy, but John Bradshaw Layfield neutralizes him with a clothesline from hell. Ryan Nemeth then jumps the guardrail and gets a right hand from John Bradshaw Layfield. And, in the ring, Joe Hendry hits the standing ovation, but somehow, someway, Nemeth kicks out. Nemeth hits the danger zone, but this time it's Hendry who kicks out just in time. Hendry has a resurgence, connecting with one final standing ovation to get the 1, 2, 3 in the pin of the win to become the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. So like I said, your winner and brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion is Joe Hendry, getting the win over Nick Nemeth, and Joe Hendry is your brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. After the match, Joe Hendry celebrates his monumental victory amongst the TNA, or the fans, as TNA Genesis goes off the air. And then, but for me, guys, this was the true main event of the show. Very special match. Tessa Blanchard versus Jordynne Grace, one-on-one, mano a mano. Here we go, guys. Like I said, I was looking forward to this so much, and I hope you guys were looking forward to it too, as much as I was. Alright, so what we had here, Tessa Blanchard had a great entrance. I love her new theme music. I loved her confidence walking down to the ring. Her ring gear looks absolutely phenomenal. She is in great shape. You can see how conditioned she is, how hard she's been working. You know, a lot of people always ask the question when someone is making an in-ring return, you know, are we going to see ring rust? What kind of shape are they going to be in? Well, let me tell you something. With Tessa Blanchard, she was working, you know, in Mexico and CMLL before here, as everybody knows. And let me tell you something. She was doing great out there, but you know what? She is in fantastic physical shape. You know, her ring gear's top-notch. Her physical shape is top-notch. There was no ring rust whatsoever. Not at all. She was fantastic, Tessa Blanchard here. Now, let's get into it. Tessa Blanchard going one-on-one with Jordynne Grace. Tessa, let's see. All right. Tessa Blanchard returns for an in-ring collision with Jordynne Grace. The fight is on as Jordynne Grace hits a dive through the ropes, followed by a juggernaut jackhammer on the floor. Tessa Blanchard drops Jordynne on the steel steps to gain control. In the ring, Jordynne fights off a sunset flip attempt, smashing Tessa face first into the turnbuckle. Instead, Tessa hits a modified codebreaker out of the corner for 2. Jordynne turns the tide with a fallaway slam off the top rope. Jordynne hits a sit-on powerbomb for a 2 count. And Tessa bounces back with the Destroyer for a near fall of her own. Jordynne hits a rolling Death Valley driver off the steps to the floor as Tessa attempts to remove the turnbuckle pad. Tessa drops Jordynne with the buzzsaw into the exposed turnbuckle for another near fall. This time, Tessa drives Jordynne into the exposed turnbuckle with a bulldog, followed up by the Magnum. Tessa's signature finishing move, the Magnum, for the 1, 2, 3, and the pin and the win. This was awesome, guys. Awesome. Your winner of the match is Tessa Blanchard, getting the huge win over Jordynne Grace. And obviously, this is Jordynne Grace's last match in TNA Impact, because, you know, now she's moved on to WWE. She's there. This was her last match in TNA. So Tessa Blanchard getting the huge win over Jordynne Grace. I would say this match is definitely a match of the year candidate. I would even say this is match of the year. Especially for women, I would say this is match of the year for the women without a doubt. Could be match of the year overall by the time it's all said and done. For both men and women, who knows? But this was an amazing match. I agree with everybody's opinion. Tessa Blanchard in phenomenal in-ring shape. She is awesome. She's looking better than ever. Her moveset, everything is fantastic. It's onward and upward here for Tessa Blanchard. And, I know I'm recording this 3 weeks after Genesis, but now the past 3 weeks on Impact, Tessa's had some promo segments. I'll talk about that in separate streams coming up very soon. But, yeah, guys, this was unbelievable. And I gotta say, my rating for TNA Genesis for Friday, January 19, 2025. This is an amazing show. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 plus. Right there, the 2 thumbs up and the big T seal of approval. This was a fantastic show. I couldn't be happier. And Tessa Blanchard getting a huge win over Jordynne Grace in her TNA in-ring return. Awesome stuff. I couldn't be happier. And I just can't wait to see. Leave in the comments down below, too. Who do you guys think Tessa Blanchard's next feud will be against? I want to hear from you guys. Who do you guys think Tessa Blanchard will be feuding against next? Will they start setting Tessa up for a TNA Knockouts Championship match against Masha Slamovich and possibly Rebellion or Slammiversary? Let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions. Let me know. So, guys, this has been great. I loved it. Perfect show for TNA Genesis. And Tessa just did a phenomenal job. And I can't wait to see who she works with next. And I can't wait to see her next match, because it's only going to get better and better from here on out for Tessa. And I can't wait for that, guys. I'm so happy and so proud. And, yeah, I get emotional over this, but I'm really proud and really happy because Tessa deserves this. Congratulations, Tessa. And, yeah, guys, so that's going to do it for me right here on this episode of Beyond the Ring with Big T right here today. So I'll see you guys next time. And, yes, there will be a next time for me right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your TNA Impact coverage and a future episode here coming soon. Don't forget us and we won't forget you. And, of course, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs, right here on the internet, right here on YouTube.com today. Always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And, of course, everybody, as always remember and never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T, and that I will see all of you at the matches, and I'll see all of you for your TNA Impact wrestling coverage coming soon. So, great show for Genesis, and loved it. 10 out of 10. 2 thumbs up, big T seal of approval, and take care, everybody. I love you all, and of course, good night, everybody, and congratulations, Tessa, and I love you. Keep up the good work.
This is the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the Overman, Exodus Pro founder, EC3. I'm here with Big T, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T. Cool.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
What's up, guys? It's Wardlow here, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring with Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.